So if you guys were going to be in a band, what would your band name be?
Oh, asking me tough question, Shauna. Well, it depends who I have in my band.
Okay. Or what genre?
Well, it'd definitely be country. I would just be honest. I love country, so it'd be country. Um, let's say we'll have my sisters in it, even though we're all terrible singers. We would be called the Stallion Sisters.
Ooh.
There we go. Country, horses, it's all. It makes sense.
I love it.
Thanks.
Do you have anything, Monte?
So mine will be like R&B group. You know, we all have great dance skills, of course. I probably would just go with something simple and just be Southern Boy.
Southern Boy.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I've been telling my friends for years that my all-girl feminist punk rock band is called Mushroom Stamp. It's going to be an incredible band, so look out for our first album.
Really? Why that? Why Mushroom Stamp?
I think mushrooms are delicious on top of pizzas, Monte.
Okay. All right. I like that.
And you like stamps.
And I love mailing letters.
Recorded live in Phoenix, Arizona.
It's the Pop Culture Junkie Podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Pop Culture Junkie Podcast. This is Shauna. Who do we got here?
This is Nicole.
What's up, guys? It's Monte.
Hey, guys. You're all looking very refreshed today.
Yes, I just got up from a nap, so.
I did too. Oh my God, we're nap buddies.
I know. I made a coffee too, so I'm good to go.
Have a coffee too.
Stop. Cheers.
Girl, cheers. Do you have a coffee,
You guys
Monte?
are so cute. You guys are so cute with your matching coffee. No,
We're gonna be so synced up.
I need another nap, but we'll get through it. So I'll probably grab some along the way when I leave here. So.
Oh yeah, you got to go to work right after this, huh?
Yeah, yes, sir. So
we're all working hard for our monies. What do you do? Like, what's your job, Monte?
So I work for Amazon. It's office work, so it's pretty simple. It's just, you know, me making sure everything goes well with different warehouses and things of that nature. Making sure that units are being sent out. So on my end, it's pretty simple as far as what I do, because, you know, I'm working from the office and just making sure things is going smoothly. So it's a cool job. So it pays well too.
Nice.
Yeah.
We all got our junkie side hustles. I'm a bartender here in Phoenix, and I do modeling work, and I take a lot of naps. What do you do, Nicole?
I just work at the good old Bath and Body Works right now before I get my big girl job.
You probably smell so good, though.
I would hope so, but I don't know.
I haven't sniffed you in a while, but next time I do, I'll check, okay?
All right, sounds good.
So what have you guys been watching this week? Or reading or listening to? What's up?
So last night, I got hooked on the Food Network and was watching a bunch of like baking Christmas shows that were very intriguing. So I was watching all of that. And of course, the classic Christmas movies, Home Alone again, Elf, Santa Claus, Jingle All the Way.
Oh, I love Jingle All the Way.
I do too. It's so good.
What were you watching, Monte?
Oh man. It's kind of hard. Dang, this week has been like crazy, so I kind of forgot things that I've been watching. But I've been catching up with a lot of sports now that, you know, college basketball started back up. Watching a couple movies here and there. I watched Aquaman the other day, and I checked out Hercules, the new one with the Rock starring in it. So, but yeah, nothing new at this point, but because I've been so busy, but hopefully I can catch back up on some things. So
Nice. I liked the Aquaman movie a lot.
yeah, it was pretty good. Definitely.
Yeah. Let's see here. So I love baking shows too, Nicole. I can't bake at all, but I love baking shows. So I've been watching Sugar Rush. My husband knows that So my first celeb freebie we know is Rahul Kohli. Number 2 is Hunter March. Oh my gosh. The host of Sugar Rush. Do you watch Sugar Rush at all?
No, I watched Nailed It on Netflix because that's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, Sugar Rush is on Netflix too. You should check it out. And there's multiple seasons, and there's like a Christmas version too. And the host is so cute. Oh my god. So I've been watching Sugar Rush Christmas, and then I know I was talking that I just caught up on Attack on Titan, and it was just in time because I guess this is pop culture news. Season 4 of Attack on Titan just dropped in, I guess, around the world, Japan and the United States, probably everywhere else this week. So we were able to watch episode 1 of season 4, which is the final season of Attack on Titan. And it was so good. But it was one of those things where I've been like binging it for weeks so I could catch up. And now I'm at the point where I'm all caught up. So it's week to week, because they only release one episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I don't want to have to wait a whole freaking week to see what happens next. I'm so spoiled.
Yeah, that's like the worst thing about those shows is you get caught up so fast and then you have to wait now.
Yeah, now I know everyone else feels.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was me this week. Oh, and I did watch The Mandalorian, so I'll chat about that for a moment. And spoilers for anybody who isn't caught up in The Mandalorian in 3, 2, 1. Boba Fett teams up with Mando. It is so sick. So Boba Fett shows up. Mando takes Grogu to, I don't know what a planet it is, but it's like a Jedi shrine that he needs to place Grogu in the middle of to call out to the other Jedis in the universe. And while they're there and Grogu's doing his little Baby Yoda meditations, they get attacked. And Boba Fett shows up demanding his armor back, and then they get attacked. Grogu gets kidnapped. But it's so sick seeing like Boba Fett back in his OG armor. Like I could just feel the collective squeal of Star Wars fans around the world watching that. So yeah, that was pretty exciting this week too.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was just, they're doing so much fan service this season. They have like animated characters show up live and old school characters come back. So it's been a pretty good season so far. What else in pop culture news is going on this week that stuck out to you guys?
Well, we got some interesting things coming up with sports. As you all know, Jake Paul defeated Nate Robinson in his first boxing match with an NBA player. But now I guess they're taking it up a notch with Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul. And that fight is set to happen on February the 20th, 2021, actually. So, yeah, we all know who Floyd is and what he can do, and he has yet to lose a fight. So I'm assuming Logan probably think that he could be the first. If he does, that will make history. But there's a big age difference between those two, and height wise, size difference. So that'll be interesting to see for sure. It's a lot of money involved. So
Logan Paul, I get him and Jake Paul mixed up because they're both very mediocre dudes. But what's does he have an amazing fight record? Is he, I don't know, is this just a hilarious matchup, or is this something that could actually make sense?
Well, for me, it's still new information because I'm assuming that Logan has been into a couple fights prior to this match here, but from what I'm seeing and from the research and the blogs, and this is actually going to be a real fight. It's just an exhibition fight. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this turn out. So, and me personally, I might just be biased, but I'm definitely picking Floyd.
What is the size difference between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather? Do you know off the top of your head?
Well, actually, Logan is way bigger than Floyd, to be honest with you, I think. Yeah.
Just height-wise, or is he...
Logan is 6'2", and Floyd isn't that tall. He's I'm assuming. Give me 1 second. I think Floyd is 5'11". Let me see. I'm I'm not
Floyd
mistaken.
is so jacked, right? He's so freaking strong. I don't know. I just see Logan.
Yeah, I have it right here. So it says Logan Paul is 6'2", while Mayweather is 5'8". Logan Paul weighs in at 199.4, and Mayweather weighed in at 149.5 for his McGregor fight, which was a while ago. But so he could be getting bigger for this fight, but
Definitely ain't getting taller.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Drink some milk.
Probably put on more like muscle mass, but
Yeah,
I mean, but it's although that Logan has the height and the size, it's all about skill set, and
yeah, exactly.
Floyd has that experience, so we'll see how that play out.
I'm rooting for Mayweather all the way.
Absolutely.
Money team.
If things are looking good in Arizona at that point, we should all watch it together.
Or go to Vegas and bet on it.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Vegas.
Yes. You said it's in February?
Yep.
Okay, that'll be my 32nd birthday too, so we'll knock them both out.
Yes.
Unless the world is still in flames.
Of course,
We'll
yeah.
see how
True.
things are going.
Ugh.
Let's see here. Any new Bachelorette news you can fill us in on, Monte?
Well, because of I'm just getting really started out with my career job or whatever per se. It's kind of like hard for me to really get that time off because it's 9 weeks of filming. But I guess because I made a really good impression with the casting producer, she still wants to have me on the show. So she said, if not this season, we would love to have you for next season on the show. And she said to stay in touch. So, we still have that. So that'll be in the works. So who knows?
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So I'll pretty much I don't want to spoil it, but I was pretty much going to be on the show. Just to, yeah.
Dang.
Do you get paid to be on the show? Are you allowed to say that?
You do not get paid to be on the show. You can actually research that. So, yeah.
I guess I just figured everyone was getting paid. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because you're a TV star and it's such a huge show.
That's the thing, because so many people watch it. They know that you're going to get so much publicity from it. And on this season, I think Bennett was on Jimmy Kimmel. You know what I mean? So a lot of opportunities come from it. But I'm still going to keep it on the back burner. So she told me that we'll stay in touch. I'll probably talk with her again around October. That's when they'll start preparing for the next season after the one that I was going to be on. So who knows? You might see me on there. So.
Oh, that's so exciting. Yeah, and then you'll have more time to mentally prepare, and hopefully COVID is under control by then, so things will look a little different.
It definitely caught me off guard. That's because I didn't think this was going to happen. I was just kind of just messing around with it. But now that I know what to expect, and they kind of have my information at this point, the process will probably be easier actually. So.
That's so cool, though, that you've been through all of this and you can have the experience at least.
Yeah. So and I can still do it again, too. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome that they're like, you know what, let's hold on to it. They're like,
she was like, we still want you. I definitely wanted to see you on the show. So I was like, all right.
Oh, that's so cool.
Probably rock one of my pop culture shirts on the show.
Right? By that point, we're going to be so popular. Everyone's going to be like, I listen to that too. You'd be like, I'm the host. I'm like, oh my God.
Wear it on my date. And she was like, hey, that's a nice shirt. And I was like, well.
Or she'll just be like, oh my God, are you Monte from Pop Culture Junkie?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I listen every week. Take me right now.
I don't know. That could happen. But I mean, if it does.
My husband definitely rocked our shirt to the gym the other day, so I was pretty happy about that.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. He's like, it was stupid to wear a shirt with my wife's face on it. No, it's not. I think that's awesome. But I'm like, if I fit the gym, no one's going to walk up and be like, is that your wife on your shirt?
True.
All right, Nicole, what's going on? What's popping out to you this week?
Oh, gosh, a lot. Well, the most recent thing was Red Table Talk. And if you don't know what that is, it's a little talk show with Jada Pinkett Smith, Willow Smith, and Adrienne Banfield Norris, which is Jada Pinkett Smith's mother, I believe. And Olivia Jade was on it December 8th. If you don't know who Olivia Jade is, she is the daughter of Lori Loughlin, who was the main person, I guess you could say, in the college admissions scandal with USC. And so Olivia was on it today, and she talked about her experience and what she thought then to compare to what she thinks about it now. And it's really eye-opening. I don't know if you guys watched it. I shared it in our Pop Culture Junkie support group on Facebook. Don't know if you had the time to watch it. But she kind of talks about how in the beginning, when it first came out, she was on spring break and she was on a boat with her friends. And somebody called her and was like, have you talked to your mom recently? And she's like, no. Why? What's up? And the person on the phone was like, okay, we'll just give her a call and then call me back when you're done talking with her. And once Olivia hung up with her, she called her mom because she had like a gut-wrenching feeling that something was wrong. And so when she talked to her mom, I guess she broke the news to her as to everything that was happening. And at the time, Olivia didn't really see the problem with it and why people were like really upset, because she explains that she lives in a bubble in California where all of her friends are pretty much children of wealthy people. So it was something that she was used to growing up around, and she just thought that was completely normal because she didn't really go outside of her bubble, she said. But then now she looks back at it and she says how completely wrong it was. She understands like why people are really, really upset about it and how privileged she was at the time and still is. But she is trying to make things better. She's been going to like an after school program, not for her, but for kids that are underprivileged, where they get to go and get tutored and stuff. And she's there helping those kids out because she is a smart person, even though like in her YouTube video, she always mentioned she hated school and didn't care about school. She was actually very smart. She went to a very good high school in California. So I think she's trying to make things better. She understands the situation now. She's 21 years old, I believe, right now. So I don't know. I've loved her since she was on YouTube. I still support her with everything that she's been through, I'll be honest. I mean, at the time I was like, okay, like that's not cool. I had to work so hard to get into college, even though I went to Arizona State where the acceptance rate's like 90%, but we're not going to talk about that.
She's so young. And I mean, as far as I'm aware, she didn't, like you said, she didn't know that this was going on. This was something that her mom did.
Exactly.
And so I think that she probably has a lot of growing up to do, like we all do in, you know, our 20s, and I still do in my early 30s. But it's like she can bounce back from this. And if she really believes in higher education, then she can always get herself into a college at this point. And, you know, if she decides that maybe college isn't for her, then she can always pursue a career. Like it sounds like she has things that she's good at and that she's passionate about. So, you know, I'm sure she'll land on her feet, but.
Yeah. And there was another thing she mentioned. She talked about in her application to USC, or just I think in general to colleges, but I think USC because obviously that's where it all happened. She wrote on her application about her YouTube channel and VidCon. And then she said she got like a picture of the application after it was sent, and it talked about the rowing team stuff. And she's like, I know for a fact I did not write that on my application. It was like forged by the college admissions person that we hired, who and then was involved in like 800 other cases of the same thing.
Yeah. It sounds like, gosh, I feel for her. Even, I mean, obviously she's a very privileged woman. Like she said, she seems to acknowledge that. And she's living a life that I could never imagine of luxury, I'm sure. But like, it must suck to just be so publicly embarrassed like that and have no idea. Her parents aren't still in jail, right?
They are. Lori just started her sentence, and her dad, I believe, went in right after her mom. So they're still doing their time. But I believe it's only 60 days for Lori, and I'm not sure about her dad. I want to say it's around the same amount, but I'm not sure right off the top of my head. But she talked about, it's 5 months for the dad. But yeah, she mentioned how they both are in jail, and she hasn't heard from either of them since they've been in, and she doesn't know why. But she thinks it's because of COVID and like the restrictions, like how you can have like your one phone call a day or whatever.
Well, I do take my hat off to her for coming on there. I think the red table was like the perfect setup for her to go in, you know, just get it off her mind, get it off her chest, and not feel attacked for it. When you like think about it, and she's sitting with 3 other black women, and you know you're discussing white privilege and also just having the money to do certain things like that. And like you could tell she was like a little immature, but like she's starting to grow up fast and like she's being appreciative of what she has and realizing that, not everyone has those resources that she has. So I definitely, respect what she's doing and like, trying to clear her name, letting people know like she's not that type of person. So because like when you watch it and everyone is like giving their opinion, I think for one, Jada Pinkett, her mother, she started explaining why would she feel upset just because, with like the black community or just other races outside not being able to do certain things like this and always being in situations where we have to worry not only about school or for a job or even if we can get picked based off what we wear, what we say, but worrying about police brutality, racism, different things of that nature. So she was kind of like in a sense it was almost like I can't really feel sorry for you, I can't feel bad for you, but at the same time like she understood and that she's a kid and she's like still learning from it. So I thought it was great for her to just come out there and just let it all out. So
yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, is that Jada Pinkett's mother literally kind of went off on her a little bit and was like, I honestly don't feel bad for you. Why should I sit here and feel bad for you when you were able to do all of that while people around the world are struggling to either get into college when they absolutely deserve it based off their grades and everything else like that. She's like, so how can I sit here and feel bad for you? But by the end of it, they all came together and were like laughing and stuff and commenting on Olivia Jade's outfit and stuff. But I think Olivia has definitely grown up from this and matured for sure. And she still has a lot of learning to do. And she even said that and admitted to that. And I think that takes a lot of courage and strength to publicly talk about something like that.
Yeah.
True. Well, we had some news with the Justin Bieber. Nicole, would you care to talk about that?
Of course, my man Justin Bieber. So he was on Ellen. Of course, I don't know the exact date, but last week sometime. And Ellen was interviewing him, and she kind of was like, "Hey, why hasn't Haley had any babies yet?"
Ugh.
And it was very awkward, but he played it very well. He kind of was just like, she's not ready right now. She wants to do a lot more with her career before she becomes a mother, but it's obviously something we want to do in the future, but it's not something that's in our plans at the moment. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, one, that is not something you ask because,
right?
Like a woman could have problems, like health problems to where she can't get pregnant, or they've just been struggling. Justin can have I don't know. It's just,
or they just don't want children.
Yeah,
There's so many
exactly.
reasons. Yeah. Oh God, it's just, Ellen is so awkward. And I know that she's had a lot of bad press this year because she kind of went from being what everyone saw as the queen of nice to people are starting to find out maybe she's not as nice and friendly as we all thought. But she's just had so many moments like this over the past year where it's just cringy. And I freaking hate that. And I hate the minute you get married, you guys, people just come at you at that. It's you don't even have a minute to breathe after you get married. My God, I got married at 25 and then it was immediately so where's the baby? Show me the baby. What? And I don't want children. My husband and I, talked about it. We decided not for us. And like you said, that's such a private matter that people and families go through. Yeah. Maybe you're struggling. Maybe they've suffered miscarriage or infertility, or they just don't freaking feel like it. And that's no one's business.
True. You can definitely tell that question probably wasn't mentioned. They probably didn't talk about that before the show started. But I mean, he played it all very well, and you can just tell because Justin been in the industry for since he was a kid.
Oh yeah.
And he can tell now he's at a much better place, and despite everything that he's been going through and backlash he received, you could tell now he's happy. He's happily married. He's at a much happier place. He seems more calm, more peaceful, more chill. So
for sure.
It was good to see. But he definitely played that off pretty well because he was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So,
in the back of his mind, he's like, that is none of your damn business,
right?
Ellen.
Oh, God.
Well, let's see here. Hopping back to, I guess, nerdish news. So MCU is in development with some TV shows right now that are going to star some of the Marvel characters that we know and love. So there is going to be a Hawkeye television shows coming out at some point. And Haley Steinfeld, she's going to be his daughter. And in the comic books, her name's Kate Bishop. She eventually takes up the mantle of Hawkeye and follows in her father's footsteps. So yeah, there's some pictures from the set that were released and got a lot of similar colors going on to the comic book version. So she's got like a purple top and some black cargo pants. And it's like, that looks like the most legit superhero costume ever. Like lots of, like, she's got combat boots on and like storage and I don't know. See, I could fight crime in that outfit. But yeah, I think she's going to make a good Kate Bishop. Haley Steinfeld's cool. She's been in a lot of stuff this year or over the years past, up and coming for sure. So
yeah, exciting
for her to get into the MCU.
Definitely.
And then one rumor I wanted to talk about that's been coming out in kind of discussion lately is that Disney is reportedly looking to merge Hulu with Disney Plus. Have you guys heard about that at all?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Okay, so right now, Disney owns Marvel, Lucasfilm, Pixar, and ABC, and 50% in the History Channel and Lifetime, and they acquired 20th Century Fox. So the Fox deal has increased their stake in Hulu, and so instead of looking like, you know, they're in talks to just merge those two things together, but I think that's insane. I think it's just going to be Disney domination.
Yeah, Disney. Yeah, goodness.
Yeah, Disney's going to be like owning the whole world. I'll be owned by Disney in like 2 years probably.
Right? This just in. Disney just acquired Nicole.
Right.
Interesting. I mean, I think it's, I don't know. Like, I subscribe to both. I don't watch a lot of Disney Plus. Like, I don't know, take up all of your anger at me, but I'm not a huge Disney person. I don't know. Like, I like it, but I'm definitely not like a Disney fangirl or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I only have it for The Mandalorian. But Hulu has a lot more varied content, and there's definitely adult content on there too. But Disney, like, okay, Disney was in development for a Lizzie McGuire reboot, and for Disney Plus, which I was so freaking excited about because I loved Lizzie McGuire. And they ended up dropping it because Hilary Duff wanted Lizzie to act like a normal 30-year-old woman. And normal 30-year-old women drink and have sex and have varied vocabularies and go to work and date and, you know, smoke sometimes. Like, and if she's going to be on Disney Plus, she's going to be very like G-rated version of a 30-year-old woman. And she's like, I'm not saying that you just have like explicit sex scenes, but like, you know, can we have a more realistic depiction of adult life? And Disney wasn't on board with that. So the whole series was dropped.
Yeah, that was probably too much for them. Probably just didn't fit with the direction they're going. Because, I mean, Disney never has been that type of, like, platform to have shows like that. So, like, it would be odd to see, especially when, you know, you have kids that watch Disney. So,
well, I think it's like all of us who watched Lizzie McGuire growing up are all, like, my age now, really. So we kind of are grew up at the same time as Lizzie would have. So now we're all, you know, in our 20s and 30s. So, but this merger deal actually kind of gives me hope that maybe, because the whole cast was on board from the original Lizzie McGuire show. So maybe it'll go over to Hulu where they can have actual 30-year-old woman things going on.
True.
Did you watch Lizzie McGuire at all, Nicole?
Yeah, I did. And the movie. The movie's amazing.
Awesome. So something that I think would be kind of cool if we did, guys, because we're at the end of 2020, freaking finally. What celebrities or shows or corporations, anything, would be on your naughty or nice list this year?
Well, for me, I'll name both. I'll go with my naughty list first. We kind of talked about pretty much everyone, honestly, that I've written down. I have Lori Loughlin, even though I like her, but with everything going on, she deserves to be on the naughty list, getting that coal. Ellen DeGeneres, the Paul brothers, Logan and Jake, Instagram, because their new update is terrible. And then my Chicago Bears, because they suck and need to fire their whole coaching staff, but they will not do it because they're scared. So that is my naughty list. My nice list is Guy Fieri, because over COVID, he raised over $22 million for restaurant industry workers. And that is absolutely amazing. Being a former server myself, like, that would have just meant the world to me if I would have gotten some type of money. But okay, this one is kind of funny, but it just popped in my head. Stormy Webster, Kylie Jenner's daughter. Because if you watch videos of her, she is extremely polite. Like, it is crazy how polite she is. When she talks to Kylie, she says please and thank you all the time. So she deserves to get whatever type of present she wants, and she definitely will because she has Kylie Jenner as a mom. But she deserves to be on my nice list. I kind of had Kim Kardashian too. I was kind of going back and forth with her because all the things that she does for people who are incarcerated and stuff. So I was like, okay, you're doing a good job with that type of stuff. You're actually caring. Billie Eilish, just because I love her. Harry Styles, because he's breaking down gender norms. Grey's Anatomy, because they're bringing back all the old people that died. And then last but not least, they're not celebrities, but all of the frontline workers.
They are definitely all on the nice list this year.
Yes.
All right, you go now, Monte.
My list isn't that long, but for we have the naughty list and the good list. So for my good list, I had The Rock, just because like he's just been doing some amazing things with shows and like just being able to like give back to the community. Everything he posts is always positive. Will Smith, I'm a big fan of Will Smith, doing a reboot with Fresh Prince and being able to fix things with him and Jenny Hubert. Not only that, him and Martin Lawrence, they put out Bad Boys 3, which was really good. And yeah, I guess I can put Ariana Grande.
Ariana's on your good list too.
Yeah, we can put her on there.
Or is she on the naughty list, Monte?
She's on my good list. I might meet her since I might do this show. So she'll see me on TV. That'll give me a step closer to her. As far as for my naughty list, Outer Banks, because I was kind of pissed off like the way it ended. Felt like they could have went a better direction with that, because I was just like, all right, this is it. Like, I feel like we're missing something, so I was a little disappointed in that. All American, because they need to give us some type of information, like when they're going to start filming again. Like, I mean, what's the date for when they're going to put out season 2? Well, not season 2, season 3. So, but yeah, as of right now, those about it for me.
All right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So my naughty list this year is Chris D'Elia, for reasons we've discussed.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Absolutely. I have Chris Pratt on my naughty list because he's the worst Chris. I have Sherwin Williams on my naughty list because they fired that guy who was making all those videos. So this guy was working at Sherwin Williams, and I think he was making TikTok videos, and they was like making beautiful paint mixtures and stuff, and they fired him.
What the heck?
Right? Okay, bad list this year, J.K. Rowling. She is definitely on the naughty list this year for being a transphobe. Let's see here. Bad list this year. Any bands that performed this year who are like, we don't care about COVID. So naughty list, let's see here. That would be Trapped, Smash Mouth. And everyone's like, who and who? That's right. They don't matter anymore. Naughty list. And yeah, anybody who just threw a huge rager this year, you're all on the naughty list. Let's see here. The nice list, I have Daniel Levy, because Schitt's Creek is a delight, and so is he, and he is incredible. I have the nice list. I have Ariana on the nice list too, because she was calling out TikTokers who were throwing huge parties.
Mm-hmm.
Starbucks giving medical workers free drinks. Really any company that went above and beyond to support first-line workers. Any small businesses out there who are struggling to get by and who are still chugging forward, you're on my nice list this year. I'm going to put Pedro Pascal on the nice list for just being a source of joy and a staunch feminist. And then I'm going to put Gaga on the nice list because she raised millions of dollars for COVID relief and frontline workers this year. And she dropped Chromatica, which got me through 2020. So I think that's my list. Oh, one more for the naughty list. Anybody who is scalping PS5s. So people who are going out there and buying up all the PS5s and then selling them for freaking $10,000. Bad. Stop that right now. Bad. Okay. Those are all of our lists.
I guess you could say that about the people who go to Walmart and buy up all the toilet paper and Lysol.
Toilet paper hoarders are definitely on the naughty list.
So can't leave them out.
So we're also going to be having a Junkie's Choice Award. For the award, we're going to be sending everybody a huge fruit basket. Not really. We're just going to be discussing it. So we want you guys to all submit your ideas for categories, submit who you think should be the winner, and then we will have a vote on our Facebook page. So you can submit ideas for categories and for nominations to junkies@popculturejunkie.com. Or you can write it, your ideas, in the Pop Culture Junkie support group on Facebook. So let's get that started and we'll send off everybody into 2021. Thank you all for listening to another exciting episode of Pop Culture Junkie, starring Shauna Nicole and Monte. Tell the people where they can find you guys.
You could find me at NAEldridge14 on Twitter.
You can find me on Instagram at _MHarris5 and also on Facebook. Just type in Monte Harris. And thank you for tuning in for the show.
All right. You can find me, Shauna Trinidad on Instagram and on Twitter. And you can find Pop Culture Junkie at pop.culturejunkie on Instagram. Please like our Instagram. We're trying really hard to grow it, especially if you're friends with the three of us and you're not following. We know, okay? But please like our Instagram page. Follow us on Facebook. You join the Pop Culture Junkie support group. And please like and subscribe to the podcast. Download, help us grow. We really appreciate all of the amazing growth that we've had in the past, month since we've been doing this. And we just have so many exciting things in store for 2021. So please like and subscribe and listen and rate us. Let us know what you think. So thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
When in Phoenix, be sure to visit Comicx, where superheroes grab a bite.
Pop Culture Junkie is a production of Pop Culture Entertainment Group. All rights reserved.